Alright, this is the second video on boxing fundamentals. We're gonna work on some vertical and horizontal footwork today. You know, like my coach said, if you don't have your feet under you, you know, everything else is gonna fall apart. You know, it's easy to keep your foot under you when we're doing like the static stuff like we did in the last video, but once you're moving, throwing punches, you need to keep that base, that stability, and keep your feet under you. So we'll touch on that today. Okay, if you can see that, I just put my jump rope out there because we're just going to be working on that line, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. This is something you could do at home. Okay, it could be anything, a piece of tape, right? Just to get that stance right. Okay, and if you haven't seen my stance video, the one before this, go check that out. All right, so you're in your stance. Okay. You typically don't want to take big steps in boxing, right? I don't want to lunge in and get hit with something. Okay, so we're just going to take some small steps, right? No more than like 6 inches at the most. Okay, and however far this foot goes, if this foot goes that far, then my back foot's going to go that far, okay? Going forwards, vertical movement, the front foot goes first and the back foot follows, okay? We're still maintaining that stance and position. When I go backwards, the back foot goes first and the front foot follows, okay? And remember, it's that equal distance, right? You can think about it two ways, you know? You take the same distance, that same measurement with each step, right? Or you keep that same distance between your feet wherever you move. Okay, so that's how you move forward and back. Okay, we'll just touch on this because this is going to come into play in the next video, but you can do a half step right here where I keep this back foot here and I move that front foot, but I move it right back to my stance, and that's going to play into the jab in the next video we do. All right, so that's how you move forwards and backwards. Okay, now, if you're moving side to side, right, it's going to be harder because you're going to have to think about where that line is each time you move, right? Having one foot on one side of the line and one foot on the other side of the line. So we're maintaining, again, that stance and position. Okay, now if I'm going to the right foot leads and the back foot follows, okay? But for whatever reason, people have a tendency to end up with their feet like this, where they're either like lined up like you're on a skateboard or even crossing like that, okay? So we don't want that. So when you're moving to the side, here, this is a better angle right here. When you're moving to the side, I want you to think big step, little step, okay? Big step, little step. Because that's going to help you maintain that distance between your feet. It will naturally offset, you know, ending up right here. So you're maintaining that stance, you're maintaining that position, and you're moving your feet where they're supposed to be. Right foot goes first, going to the right, the left foot follows. Left foot goes first, going to the left, and the right foot follows. And the same principles would apply to a southpaw, right? Maintaining that stance and position. It's just whatever foot is leading in that direction, that's the foot that steps first and the back foot follows, right? Whether you're moving laterally, vertical. Okay, right, we're staying on the balls of our feet a little bit. Okay, right here, boom. Keeping our hands up where they're supposed to be. Okay, good little drill is you can make a box right here. Once you get the hang of moving forwards, backwards, side to side, you can make a box going one way, make a box going the other way. All right, that's it. Basics of footwork. We'll talk on some more in an upcoming video.